Most people believe cash is safety, money in the bank, numbers on a screen, proof that they're secure. For billionaires, that belief is dangerous. The wealthiest people in the world avoid holding cash whenever possible, not because they don't have it, but because cash quietly works against them. It erodes control, it invites risk, and over time, it limits power. In this documentary, we explore why billionaires never keep cash and what they use instead. Cash feels safe because it is simple. It doesn't fluctuate. It doesn't argue. It just sits there. For most people, that simplicity is comforting. Cash represents stability in an uncertain world, a buffer against emergencies, a sense of control. But simplicity is exactly why the ultra-wealthy distrust it. Cash does not grow on its own. It does not adapt. It does not protect itself. Over time, it quietly loses value through inflation, a process so slow that most people barely notice it happening. A billionaire does. At scale, even small percentages matter. A few points of inflation can erase millions in purchasing power without a single warning. The money is still there, but it buys less. To the wealthy, this isn't safety, it's decay. Beyond inflation, cash has another weakness: visibility. Cash is easy to track, easy to tax, easy to freeze, easy to restrict. Banks know where it is. Governments know where it is. Systems are built to monitor and control its movement. For the average person, this may not matter, but for those operating at the highest levels of wealth, exposure is risk. Cash leaves a trail. It ties wealth to institutions, jurisdictions, and rules that can change overnight. Billionaires don't fear losing money. They fear losing control. And cash, by its nature, belongs to someone else's system. The ultra-rich don't measure wealth by how much money they have sitting still. They measure it by what their wealth can do. Cash is static. Assets are dynamic. Instead of holding large amounts of cash, billionaires move money into things that respond to the world around them. Businesses, equity, real assets, ownership. These assets adjust with inflation. They generate income. They provide leverage. They can be borrowed against without being sold. Cash is a temporary state, a tool used briefly before being deployed elsewhere. This is why billionaires often appear cash poor on paper, while controlling enormous value behind the scenes. To them, cash is not wealth. It's unfinished work. Most people prioritize liquidity, how fast money can be accessed. The wealthy prioritize optionality, how many choices their wealth creates. Cash limits options. Once it's held, its only function is spending. Assets create flexibility. They protect against risk instead of inviting it. During crises, this difference becomes clear. Cash holders react. Asset holders reposition. They buy when others are forced to sell. They move quietly while others panic. Cash waits. Assets act. This isn't about intelligence. It's about structure. At its core, the avoidance of cash isn't about money. It's about time. Cash loses value as time passes. Assets are built to survive it. Billionaires think in decades, not months. In control, not comfort. In systems, not balances. They understand that wealth is not what you own, but where it lives, and how quietly it works for you. Quiet ending. This isn't advice. It's observation. The difference between holding money and holding power is subtle, but it changes everything. Wealth isn't loud. Power isn't obvious. This is Black Ledger.